Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a brow tutorial. This has been my most requested video since starting YouTube, and I apologize that it took so long. I know it's been like 5 months, but my brows weren't where I wanted them to be whenever I filmed this video. They finally are. This is my dream brow right here. I tend to do mine a little bit more thick and bold. It's all personal preference. I had like paper thin eyebrows for a very, very long time, so I'm happy to have them big and back and bold. So anywho, I hope that you guys enjoy this video. Again, so sorry it took me so long, and without further ado, let's get started. Starting out, I want to show you guys my natural eyebrows. These are my brows with absolutely no product in them. You guys haven't seen them before. They're extremely patchy and uneven, but have no fear, we can solve that. The first product I'm going to be using is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I use mine in the color taupe. If you want a cheaper alternative, the NYX Micro Brow Pencil is absolutely amazing. They are almost identical products. The only difference is NYX doesn't carry my shade. Using the spoolie side of the Brow Wiz, I'm going to be brushing my brow hairs upwards and into the shape that I want them to be. So at the front of my brow, I'm going to be pushing up, and towards the bottom, I'm going to be sweeping down to get that really nice curve and get all the hairs in the direction that we want them. Any spoolie will work for this. Now I'm going to be going in with the pencil side of the Brow Wiz, and I'm creating very small strokes towards the front of my brow. You'll see that once I get to the very front of my brow, the beginning of my brow, I'm going to be creating small feathery strokes upward. I do not want to be harsh with this. I just want to create the appearance of, I guess, hairs, if you will, but without being harsh or too strong. Once that's done, I will just continue through the middle of my brow, and I'm just really beginning the shape. Once I get to the tail side, I'm going to round it out to make the tail look fuller, because as you guys can see, I have really, really tiny outer brow areas. They're not very full in the end. Once I have the general shape down, I will just basically go all over my brow and perfect the shape, making it as thick as I want. And as you guys can see, there is a huge natural looking difference whenever I use the Brow Wiz. And of course, we are going to do the exact same thing to the other brow, starting in at the middle, going up at the front, and rounding down towards the tail. When you use a light hand, there's really no wrong way to do this. If you do mess up a little bit, you can always go back in with your foundation and touch it up. I actually usually do my brows before I do my makeup, but for the purpose of this video, I decided to have my makeup done just to make this video a little bit less wishy-washy. So basically, I'm just going to be going back and forth kind of within my brow to create that perfect shape and try to get it to match like my other one. Now remember, your brows are not twins, they are distant cousins. They do not have to be perfect, they just have to relate to one another. And once that's done, we're going to go back into our beloved spoolie side that we love so much. It is such a great tool in eyebrows, and we are just going to comb through what we just did, going up once again at the front of our brow and pulling down towards the tail. This step really helps to enhance the shape and also smooth out any harsh lines and just make the brows look nicely blended. Next up, I'm going to be going in with the Morphe E11 brush. It is just a flat angled brush. Any angled brush will work. And I'm going to be using this NYX Cake Powder. Yes, it looks disgusting because my daughter destroyed it. I'm going to be going in with the darkest shade first and blowing off that excess powder so that we don't get any fallout. And I'm just going to start lining that shape. The reason why we go in the dark shade first is because your eyebrow should always be darker towards the end and lighter towards the front. So I'm going to be going through the middle of my brow through to the tail with this dark shade. Using a lighter shade in the front and a darker shade towards the tail will really help your eyebrows look more natural, less heavy, and less like you just drew them on. I really love doing this step because I feel like my eyebrows look feathery. Now I'm going to go on with the lighter shade, and you will see exactly what I am talking about. I'm just going to fill in that front portion of my brow, going up towards the very inner portion, and then blending back. I don't want there to be a line between the light and the dark, so I am blending them together. Take your time on this step because this is your chance to create the fullness that you want in your brow and also fill in any patchy areas that may be uneven. Now I'm just fluffing my foundation brush over the fronts of my eyebrows to kind of blow them out a little bit more and just make them look natural. Next up, I'm just going to go in with my concealer and an angled shadow brush. This is just a e.l.f. brush, and I'm just going to apply that concealer to the brush, and then I'm going to dot it underneath the arch of my brow all the way through to the tail. Now this step is totally optional, but it is what is going to create the defined, I guess if you will, fleek brow that everyone is crazy about. This truly cleans up your lines, your arch, and it just makes it look flawless. What I did now is I actually wiped off the excess concealer from that brush, and I am just blending outwards. As you can see, it does look stark white, but don't worry, we will solve that using our crease brush in the near future. This is just my personal opinion, but I personally feel that this step really does create the perfect brow. Now I am going in with that crease brush that I had just mentioned, and I am just blowing out that concealer to make it all nice and blended. Any eyeshadow brush will work for this. I just personally use the one that I used for the blending of my eyeshadow. We want this to look flawless. So the last step is a brow gel. You can use any gel you want. I love the Brow Stylist Plumper and the Benefit Give Me Brow. I just recently got a sample. I am just combing through my brows at this point, making sure that they are perfect. Purpose of a brow gel is just basically to keep your hairs in place, and it actually prolongs the powder and the pencil and everything that we layered on top. So I'm just doing a nice coat of that over my brows to make sure that they will keep their shape and last all day long and possibly all night if needed. And once that is done, that pretty much completes the brows. Now I am just throwing this out there. In the future, if you guys want a how to groom your brows video or something of the sort, let me know down below and I will make arrangements. Alright you guys, that completes this video. I hope that you enjoyed this brow tutorial and learned something new about the brow, because brows right now are absolutely everything. Please be sure to subscribe if you're new to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!